Good morning, students. So, till now, in the cell, amongst the cell organelles, we have discussed about the structure of mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. Now we will, and plastids also have been done. Now we will move on to the next organelle, that is the lysosomes. Lysosomes are most simple organelles. These are tiny, spherical, single membranous organelles which are found in the cytoplasm of the cell. These lysosomes are known as digestive bags and the suicidal bags of the cell because of their specific function. These lysosomes were discovered by Christian D. Dubé. These are simple, tiny, spherical, single membranous sacs. Sacs means bag-like structures. Why these are called sacs? Because they contain many digestive enzymes in them which are capable of breaking down most of the organic material. Digestive enzymes not only mean that they are utilized for eating or they are meant for breaking down complex substances into the simple substances, and moreover also for the removal of the worn out cell organelles. These digestive enzymes which are present in the lysosomes are made by RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. So the digestive enzymes of lysosomes are made by endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosomes are found in almost all the animal cells except in mammalian RBCs. What are the functions of the lysosomes? Lysosomes are a kind of waste disposal system of the cell. They help to keep the cell clean by digesting foreign material. Foreign material means any bacteria or any pathogen is entering, as well as worn out cell organelles. If the cell's own organelles are not functioning, they are damaged, so lysosomes, it cleans the cell, and that is why we call lysosomes as cellular scavengers. Pathogens like bacteria and old organelles are also destroyed by the lysosomes. But the most important point is lysosomes are called as suicidal bags. Why they are called as suicidal bags? Because they digest their own cell components. जिस सेल के अंदर ये प्रेजेंट हैं, if there is certain disturbance in metabolism in that particular cell, so it digests its own components. What happens is, during disturbance in cellular metabolism, these lysosomes, they burst हो जाते हैं, and they release all the digestive enzymes which are present in them. These digestive enzymes have the capability to kill and digest their own cellular components. That is why we call lysosomes as suicidal bags of the cell. This is about the lysosomes. Now the last cell organelle which is to be discussed is the vacuoles. You have we have discussed that in plant cells large vacuole is present, in animal cells small vacuoles are present. What are these vacuoles? These vacuoles are actually known as the storage sacs because they store all sorts of solid and liquid materials in it. Solid materials like sugars, some of the proteins, some of the amino acids, they are stored in the vacuoles only. Moreover, they help in maintaining the balance of salt and water. That is why we call it, they help in osmoregulation also. So these are the storage sacs for solid and liquid contents. They are single membranous organelles, and the outer membrane of the vacuole is called as tonoplast. Remember this name, outer membrane of the vacuoles is called tonoplast. Vacuoles are small sized in animal cells, but they are large sized in plant cells. And you have seen in the diagrams also, in the plant cells, vacuoles occupy 50 to 90% of the cell volume, due to which nucleus and other cell organelles are pushed to the periphery. What are the functions? They contain the cell sap and also store amino acids, sugars and some proteins. That is why known as the storage sacs. They provide turgidity and rigidity to the cell because of the presence of cell sap. Vacuoles in certain unicellular organisms like amoeba and paramecium help in osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means maintaining the concentration of water and salt, and also are helpful in excretion. Food vacuoles in the unicellular organisms like amoeba contain food particles. Along with the food particles, they also contain certain enzyme which digest the food, that is break down the complex food into the simple substances. So these are the functions of the vacuoles. The last topic of the chapter is the cell division. Now when the cell grows in size, it divides. Cell division is the process by which a mature parent cell divides to form two or more daughter cell. Parent cell is also known as the mother cell, and the cells which are formed after division are known as the daughter cells. There are two types of cell divisions in eukaryotes. One is the mitosis, other is the meiosis. What is mitosis? Mitosis is the equational cell division which occurs in the somatic cells for the purpose of growth only. Why it is called as equational division? Because in this, the mother cell divides to form daughter cell, but why it is equational? Because each daughter cell contains the same number of chromosomes as the mother cell. If the mother cell is diploid, the daughter cells will be diploid only. So in mitosis, point number 1, equational division occurs for the purpose of growth. Mother cell divides to form two daughter cells. Each daughter cell has same number of chromosomes as the mother cell. Meiosis is a reductional division. Why reductional division? Because the daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes of the mother cell. Parent cell में mother cell में अगर 2n है, तो in the daughter cells there will be half the number of, only n number of chromosomes would be there. Moreover, this type of division occurs in the for the formation of the gametes. It occurs in the sex cells only. Mother cell divides to form 4 daughter cells. Daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as the mother cell. Bache, here you can draw the same diagram, the color diagram which is given in your NCERT books also, and these 4 points are the differences between the mitosis and meiosis. Now let us discuss about the differences between the plant cell and animal cell also. You have studied in your class 8 even. In the plant cell wall is present. Here the cell wall is absent. Plastids are present. Plastids are absent. One large and permanent vacuole is there. Many small temporary vacuoles are there. In case of plant cell, Golgi apparatus is quite simple and it is called as dictyosome. But in animal cell it is complex and prominent as seen the same structure. Centrosome and centrioles, which are formed at the time of division, are absent in case of plant cell, but they are present in case of animal cells. The plant cells are larger than the animal cells. So the four main points of difference are these only. So with this, our chapter 5 is finished. Then I will send you the question answers related to all these topics. By then you understand, you read, and in our Saturday's doubt session, morning 9 o'clock, you must bring your NCERT book. I will discuss these organelles through your book only. We will mark up all the important points which are mentioned in the book. Okay, thank you.